All right, what's going on, everybody? So I wanted to encourage a lot of you. I have just been reflecting on, just various circumstances in my life. And more specifically, as I've been reading a lot of comments in Instagram and just TikTok, a lot of people following me now in those platforms and just talking about their life testimony and just their story and what their struggles are. And it just reminded me of how the Lord brought me through a lot of different circumstances, relational problems, how I, bullied other people, how I was bullied, how, somebody that I got to know and thought that we were going to get together all the way, only to leave me for somebody else. I just remember not getting a job for the longest time. I've just gone through so many different issues. And as that memory began to come back, I realized that many of you watching right now, you're going through, some difficulty, some circumstance, you're living through some experience. And I just want to encourage you that God, He's preparing you. He's preparing your life for whatever this temporary period is that doesn't necessarily define you, but it's building you up. It's allowing you to experience something so that when you go forth to something else in the future, in hindsight, you will look at this and you will realize that He did this for a reason. I will never forget the Father's love. I will never forget how the Lord never forsook me. It took me, a girl that we were together and then had to leave me for somebody else. It took that experience for me to really understand how the Father never leaves me. All these other people in your life can leave you, but He never leaves me. And I just am so motivated. I'm so in remembrance of that. I want to say the rest of my life because of that experience. I remember when I was bullying people for the longest time when I was in middle school, high school. I will never forget that. And even those experiences, other people as they bully me, as I empathize with those things, or just any number of issues, it allowed me to be right here where I am, talking to you guys, doing these things. For me, being able to fly back and forth, to be able to work late nights every single day in my corporate job, to be able to have this steadfast spirit, this persistent spirit, running marathons, doing different things. All these things contribute to my work ethic, to be able to be consistent, to be able to have thick skin, whatever it is, to be able to put together these things and then to be able to empathize with other people. When I read, when I look out at, all these experiences that people have, I've went through many, I don't even want to say the same stuff, but many similar things. And God has given me a sense of empathy, of understanding, to be able to perceive the world, people around me, many things, because He's already given me a lot of experience over the years. And I say this not just to focus on myself, but for many of you, you're going through something right now. You're going through some issue right now, something that God is extending, something that seems unbearable, something that just seems unorthodox. Whatever it is that you think that nobody else understands or sees, God sees it. And God knows exactly how you will handle it and where you will be in the future. If you so choose to make the most of it, if you so choose to learn the lesson that God wants you to learn and then be patient with Him. He's building your character right now and everything, all these things. He can redeem it for good. He can redeem it for ministry. He can redeem it to hone you, right? To refine you like gold, like through the fire. And so all these things right now, guys, that's happening as I am so touched and blessed by many people just explaining their situation, being vulnerable, talking about life circumstances, trying to navigate all the things that are happening in their life. These things are happening for a reason, to sanctify you, to have you become more Christ-like. And it will be used and redeemed in some way in the future. All my experiences, if I didn't have any one of these things, I would not be where I am right now to be able to do the calling that God has called me to do. And I still have a lot more work to do. Still have a lot more to grow. I'm not, it's a process of sanctification, as we all know, to be Christ-like and to be more holy and to really root out the deepest things of your life, of your heart condition. And these things are happening for a reason. And so I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for the lessons that God has taught me. There are hundreds, thousands of them, guys. And for you as well, as you're moping, as you're sitting here, frustrated. Maybe you even are thinking the worst, that I just want to see you, tomorrow. I don't want to bear this any longer. Whatever the situation is, if you don't understand it, you're confused, you're just trying to get by, you're trying to look for answers, you're sleepless nights, whatever it is, and you're watching this video, maybe you're coming from the other platforms, whatever it is, I'm here to tell you right now, this is only a temporary stop for other things that God has planned for you. And you just have to, in faith, trust him, walk with him, and then later in hindsight, you'll see, man, I learned this. God allowed this to happen for this reason. And for all the things that has ever happened to me in my life, I'm thankful because I can be who I am right now. And I'm not a perfect person. I'm not here saying, look at me, I'm pounding my chest like I'm so awesome. I'm here just as a testimony, as a witness, as God has used all these circumstances for my life, for this point in my life, in my calling, in my walk with him. I'm thankful for that. And so you have to think, and it's hard. It's easier said than done, but you have to let it go, trust him, and just think, man, Lord, I'm so thankful in this moment. I don't understand it. I'm growing through it. It's painful, or it's dry. It's mundane, maybe. Whatever the season is for you, God is using it for something in the future. And you have a unique walk with him. You have a unique path with him, and you have to just trust that he's there in the midst of all that. So I just want to encourage you guys with this. Wherever you are at, God is here watching over you, and he's using this for a reason. So love you guys. Talk to you guys very soon.